this is Kim from Sassy Jacks Stitchery. So I hope you've been enjoying all those sampler videos. They've been fun for me to make. I still owe you, at the time I'm recording this, about 3 more. So I don't know which one you'll be watching first, but I hope you love them all. And those are, yeah, that's fun. Those are all the things that we already have kind of around. Some of them are first time in print. 3 of them, I think, are the first time that they're in print. One of them, it's technically the first time in print because we redid the whole thing. So I hope if you're a shop and you're watching, or if you're a customer of a shop that you're talking it up to them, you know, let them know that there's some new stuff out there. And it's been such a limited exposure for the samplers that I'm really hoping they spread their little butterfly wings and get out there and see the rest of the world through sales through some other shops. So I hope you've been enjoying that. There is 2 more things that I want to talk to you about before the Nashville Needlework Market. One of them is the wonderful, fabulous books from Evette Stanton, also aka Evette Creations. And I'm not going to do that now. That was a teaser. But, you know, go out and look for that video soon. We are the distributor for Evette Stanton's books, with the exception of 2 that are coming from another distributor. We have them all. And if you just want to purchase them directly, we of course have them all, even the other 2 that come from another distributor. But we are the wholesaling distributor to all the other local shops for the majority of those books now. And we're so excited. We love Evette and what she does, and she really truly does some of the best books, embroidery books in the industry ever. So back to that in a little while. I wanted to talk to you about something that's really special to me and I'm very excited about. And I'm taking it out of its little package and then I'll put it back in and show it to you how it comes. And that is Herschel's Helpers. And so Herschel's Helpers is finishing helpers for a cause. And you can see it's a sweet little black cat with some embroidery tools of the trade, some threads and things. And that little black cat is supposed to be reminiscent of my pet Herschel. Hence the name Herschel's Helpers. And you know I love those kind of things, alliterative phrases. So Sassy Jacks Stitchery, Herschel's Helpers, all those kind of things that get your tongue a little bit tied like I just did to myself, but also help you remember them. I think they're just fun for me. And I was thinking about Herschel's Helpers for a long time, but it didn't take full formation in my mind until Hurricane Helene. And in Hurricane Helene, we had a lot of pets that got separated from their families in the mad rush of people trying to survive. And some pets lost their families, and some pets just got really hurt. Some families lost their pets. So, and several, our largest shelter was completely washed away. I mean, they got all the pets out. And so no pets died from that, but they did that preemptively before the flooding. But the facility was completely destroyed, and I don't know if they're back yet. So other facilities have had to try to step up and, you know, take over some of that overflow and some of the needs. And anyway, there's just a lot of, you know, just like with the human suffering that we had and still have, a lot of little fur babies need help too. So Herschel's Helpers. There's little Herschel. If you've watched any of my little like chat videos I did during pandemic, you got to see him trot across the screen. And he's got golden eyes like that. And he's a black cat. And Herschel spent his whole first year in a shelter. And I found out about him when he was about a year old, after he was a year old. Well, I knew about him before, but my heart was still broken. I lost some pets in that year. And in 2021, and my little heart was broken. I lost 2 of my pets that were brothers of the same genetic disease 6 months apart to the day, and I was not ready to open my heart. But in January, I was reading a little Christmas story about a little black cat who had been in a shelter for a year and was asking Santa for his forever family, and I was just stricken that I needed to give this guy a home. And so I did. And he's been a great addition to our family. We love him. It's really kind of cool. He's the first cat I've ever had that seems to be as bonded with my husband as he is with me. And I think he's a little bit more bonded to me, and my husband says he is. But he's also very comfortable with my husband, which is fantastic. Because my husband is a farm boy. And if you've ever known too many farm boys, you know that the only animal in the house is usually on the table beside the mashed potatoes. So it was a big deal for him to take me on in his midlife with my 2 animals, and then bring his animal in, you know, and then I'm bringing another animal in. And so anyway, he's made great accommodations for me, and I think he's now at the point where he's really learned to love this cat. And so they love each other, which is nice. So, you know, inspired by Helene and by the dilemma that Herschel went through his whole first year, we really wanted to do something for Pet Charities. And this was a way to help pets in our local area, in your local area, and help you learn how to finish. And, or perfect your finishing and make it easy for you. And so Herschel's Helpers is a whole line of finishing helpers. And what we have going down, what we'll have at Nashville, are different size mat boards. And so you get 4 to a package. And so you get 2 different sizes. So these are circles, but we have them in squares, we have them in rectangles, we have them in ovals, and we'll be bringing in hearts. And so you get 4 acid-free, they are acid-free, custom cut mat boards. And they're sizes that, and honestly, I developed them because I needed them for some of the Jacks Bootstraps kits that we were doing and will continue to do this year. And I figured out who to go to get them. And then when I realized I was going to have to order a pretty good quantity, I said, well, why wouldn't I just make these available to everybody? And so we'll sell them in our shop, and we'll wholesale them to other shops. And we, Sassy Jacks, will bear the charity donation of 25% of retail. So that's fantastic. Basically, that means we don't make any money, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because it met my need, and I hope it meets some of your needs, and it will generate funds for charity. And so I'm super stoked about it. You know, we'll make sure it doesn't cost us any money, but we're really excited to be generating some funds for charity and helping you learn how to finish. And so the way it works is that there'll be different prices because there's acid-free mat boards. There are pom-poms, mini poms. There is hand-dyed silk ribbon. There is some rick-rack, and we're actually going to be putting in there some backing fabrics. We're not going to do the batting because you can get batting anywhere, but the backing fabrics, you know, sometimes you don't want to buy, you know, a whole fat quarter. You just need something to finish an ornament with. I tend to gravitate toward French General, and so that's where we'll start. And if there's a lot of demand for backing fabrics, we will add more as we go along. So pretty good little selection there. We'll be looking to add other things to it. We've got some fun things coming for it too. Of course we do. So we've got some counting pins, and you know, I'm not even going to go into it. There's some really cool fun things coming from some of our other friends in the industry who are making things for us. So I hope you love it. And I hope you have fun with it. Okay, so let me go back to my financial explanation. So if you buy it from us, we donate 25% of the retail price to a local pet charity, local to us in Western North Carolina or Eastern Tennessee, because we service that area too. If your shop buys from us wholesale, once a month, we'll look at all of those wholesale orders and we'll do a random drawing. And whichever shop we draw from for that month, we'll give them a call and we'll say, hey, you got a local pet charity you'd like to have us send some money to? And so at no cost to your shop at all, we'll take whatever wholesale price we charge for it. That's where we get the 25% from. We will make a donation to a pet charity in your local neighborhood based on whatever your shop tells us. And so we're really excited. It's a way to help not just our own little pets here, but pet's where you are too. And we'll be doing a lot more finishing tutorials this year. You know, that's near and dear to my heart. I really am a big proponent of not everything has to be in a frame. Not everything should be framed. You know, you're doing some small things. I hope you're doing small things. And, you know, you just want an economical way to finish it, and some ideas on what to do with it when you finish it. And so I've made a number of tutorials. There'll be a lot more coming. And hopefully we'll get you nice and comfortable with that. I'm looking forward to it a lot. And I've enjoyed all the ones that I've done. And the other concept behind this is, you know, we do some original design that are not samplers. And I don't talk about them a lot because we do them a lot for retreats and events and, you know, different things that we do here locally. But ultimately, when you come in the shop, you get to see them. Ultimately, we'll get those out there for you too. We're focused this Nashville Needlework Market on the sampler side. But we also do a lot of samplers. And so inside those samplers, all kinds of great little smalls that you could just pop out and finish onto an ornament. And or a floss ornament, a thread keep, a pin keep, a fob, you know, you name it. Something really fun and beautiful that you can make for a gift or that you can decorate your own world with. And I've done a lot of that. And I do a lot of that for the Valentine's Day exchange. And I'll get some videos out there of all the ones that we've done and the ones from this year that were fabulous. And, you know, so that's kind of the theory behind Herschel's Helpers. And of course, you know, we always keep in mind the quote from Mr. Rogers, that, you know, whenever you're in a tragedy, always look for the helpers. And that was really just racing through my mind over and over and over again when we went through Hurricane Helene in October of last year. Just look for the helpers, and they were plentiful here. We were so grateful for all the help that a lot of you gave us through your financial donations and your emotional support in keeping our shop alive. We appreciate that. That doesn't happen if you don't make it happen. So thank you for that. So I hope you're excited about this. I want to show you how it comes. So you get this cool little card, and on the back of it is Herschel's little story. And that'll be there, I don't know, the first year or so, and then maybe we decide everybody's heard Herschel's story. Who knows? But it's a fun little story. Well, it wasn't fun for Herschel, but it ends well. It ends well. But we love our little logo. So in each one of these, you get, you know, whatever you get. So if it's the acid-free mat board, you get 4 pieces in there. I like to finish with a front and a back, so that's enough to finish 2 ornaments. You certainly don't have to do front and back. You can just do a single side, and if you do that, then you can get 4. Pretty economical. Also ribbon. So this is what it looks like. And you got this on the back. Hand-dyed silk ribbon, rickrack, mini palms, backing fabric, just lots of fun stuff. So at Nashville, for sure and certain, we're going to have the acid-free mat boards. For example, if you get our Nashville exclusive kit, Mary Lee floss ornament, you've got 2 of the ovals in there. And you get a finishing tutorial with Mary Lee, and actually everybody gets it because that's going to be posted on the web. And so it'll teach you how to finish, you know, an oval and how to do kind of the finish that I did for Mary Lee with the little twill at the top and all that good stuff. So there will be circles, there will be squares in various sizes, there are rectangles, probably some ovals, although right now I just have 1 size oval. I don't have 2, so I'm not sure what I'll do about that. Maybe we might wait and order another one and do those later. But I haven't put these out for pre-order for Nashville, but if you ask your shop to get them, we'll have plenty of them. And if we don't have enough for everybody, we'll send them when we get back, because we do have a lot of them here. But we've been making them like crazy. So we will have the mat boards, a lot of mat boards. We'll have some palms. We'll have some trim. It just all depends on how much we get put together before then. And so, you know, ask them to pick some up for you if you are interested in them. And then after market, you know, they'll be available wholesale. They'll continue to be available wholesale. We hope that shops will ask for these. We really wanted to give another option to the market and to couple that up with tutorials. And so I really enjoy doing small finishes. And if you haven't watched the video for the Mary Lee Nashville exclusive, you'll get a good look at what I did there. I did not put any edging around that one. I left the ribbon tied around it because it was just so pretty. I did it that way, and I was like, oh, that's pretty. And I left it. So, you know, you can feel free to ruche that ribbon or, you know, do something else fun with it. But I thought it was beautiful like that, so I left it. I couldn't bear to cut that ribbon. And it shows off the ribbon really nice to you, too. So in that, you have everything you need. Everything. Batting, backing, fabric, linen, mat boards, ribbon, beautiful bell swathe silks. Oh, just everything. So think about Herschel's helpers. Maybe ask your shop to pick up something for you and give it a try. And then look for aftermarket. Hopefully we'll get it out there wide and broad, and you'll be able to help some pet charities and help yourself with some finishing and pick up some tips and tricks in our tutorials. And we'll pay a little homage there to Mr. Herschel and his early struggle in life. He's a happy cat now. So that is Herschel's Helpers. I appreciate you watching, and lots more beautiful fun things to come with that. So thanks. Bye.